But people don't realize that me and Marco were both together when we had nothing.
Nothing.
Like, we built everything that we have together.
What's up, Beverly Hall family? How you guys doing today?
Welcome back to our channel, guys. Thank you so much for being here.
And you already know, today is going down in a major way. Today, guys, we're gonna get in deep again, part 2.
Part 2, as you guys have highly requested. So we're gonna go ahead and share a little bit more about ourselves, go in a little bit deeper, and let you guys get to know the real Brooke and Marco once again. Make sure you like, comment,
and subscribe. Turn on them post notifications.
And make sure that you comment down below early, gang.
Gang.
So we know that you guys are a part of the family. Thank you guys so much for over 390K subscribers. We love you.
Almost 400, guys.
Almost 400K subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for helping our channel grow. We really appreciate you from the bottom
And we
of our
love
hearts.
each and every one of you.
Yes, so let's go ahead and get into it again.
Yes. So, babe, tell them about your struggles through the hood, in the hood, you know, basically in the hood. Tell them the struggles about you in the hood.
Okay,
let's hear it.
Let's firstly talk about, you know how Marco and I said that our communities were all like really close, but like when they're really close, there's also like smaller cities that do different things and stuff. So in my defense, not really in my defense, I had no business going to Marco's city at all. Like, I had no place there. I had no parts to there, but I was just very curious. A lot of the times I feel like I was really curious because I just didn't have that father figure. I never had that second half of my African American culture because I am half Caucasian, half African American, and I knew that there were a lot of African American people over in Marco City, and I wanted to venture and kind of find myself at the same time. So that's how I ended up over there. Had a lot of just crazy relationships, experiences, just dealing with people that are really deep in the streets. I kind of like got an idea of exactly what I didn't want to do with my life, but I just, like I said, I was very experimental, so I kind of tapered with it for a little while. Just kind of like, for instance, I dated like not really a high level drug dealer in the city, but like someone that was just getting into it, and just not good for where I was going in my life. I just realized really quickly that we weren't compatible. Yeah. But again, whenever you end up having children at a young age, it's really hard to find anyone that's really a valuable, higher mentally functioning person, you know what I mean? Like you always end up finding people that are kind of crazy like you when you're crazy. So that's kind of how that just worked. It took me probably 2 years to figure out that I didn't want to be in that relationship, and almost every relationship after that didn't really last really long for me.
It was basically a cycle for you, huh, babe?
Yeah, we were just actually talking about this over our little mini trip over in the weekend when we were out. It like became a cycle for me to just not really be able to keep a relationship. There was always something I didn't like, something that I didn't care for, something that just triggered me to just say I don't want this anymore. I was very picky without even really having the value there. Like, even though I wasn't necessarily probably the prime pick, being 15, 16 years old with a child, I still always just thought that I deserved the best of the best. And it was good and it was bad in a way, because it just became a cycle of just like terrible relationships, relationships.
In and out.
Yeah, when you don't allow yourself to heal from one relationship, you kind of just like go into another stupid relationship.
You just jump in and jump out. Same with me, you know, I was in and out of relationships, but I had a steady relationship through high school. I had a high school sweetheart girl. And we was through high school together through all our years, but eventually after high school we grew apart and things changed. I started going through cycles of different girls and and women just not of my quality, you know, like I knew better for myself, but I was rebellious, you know, not listening to the great advice that, you know, my mother had gave me. I was dating women that was just too old, had too many kids, you know, not knocking any women with kids, but I had one kid and I'm young. I'm only 19, 18, 19, 20, you know, and I'm dating women with 3 kids, you know, and I'm like, oh my. So I'm tripping, you know, and I learned my lesson. You know, I had some bad experiences with those things, and it was just not a good op, man. So I learned my lesson, but God had refreshed me and gave me my wife of my youth right here, you did?
Yeah, you know what I wanted to share too? Yeah, because I give him all of his youth back.
Ah, you silly.
But another thing like I wanted to talk about is like how we had to kind of grow up really fast.
Yeah,
being teenagers.
very, very fast, man. Like life flew by so fast, and it was just like, man, wow, you got to make grown adult decisions with certain things in life, man. It's like changed like drastically.
For me, I ended up moving out of my home at 16, 17 years old, and I ended up moving into a home in the inner city where Marco lived. Like I was on the outskirts, and then I moved into the inner city. And
yeah, she moved in city, y'all. She moved. She moved to the gutter, boy.
And if you're from our area, you know, like,
yeah,
I'm from Lordstown, Leavittsburg. I have no business on the freaking east side of Warren, Ohio. So that's where I ended up. Me and my first son's father were together there in that home. And he ended up, it's like kind of like God knew that we just weren't supposed to be together. Like I was raised to believe that once you have a child with someone, you're supposed to marry them, you're supposed to be with them the rest of your life. And, you know, so that was my plan and that was my goal. But at the end of the day, God had a different plan for me. And so me and him ended up moving in together. We were in a very like abusive relationship I've brought up before. And he ended up going to jail like 2 weeks after we moved in together. So here I am, 16, 17 years old, in a home by myself with my 9-month-old baby, Braylon. And it was really humbling. Like I don't even like to think back that far because like I didn't even have a crib for my son. I didn't know where I was gonna get Pampers from. I couldn't really ask my mom or my grandma or anybody for much of help because they had their own things going on, their own lives. And also I was a little bit too prideful to go back and ask for any help. So I just tried to kind of make it seem like everything was okay. And everything was not okay. Like I was living in a hoarder's house. There were homeless people living in the basement. Me and Braylon were just like, I just knew I wanted to give him.
Dang, was homeless people in the basement?
There was a point.
Really?
Babe, there was a homeless.
Oh my God.
I think the guy's name was.
This is something new to me, y'all. I didn't even know this one. Go ahead, tell it, girl. Tell it.
It was a guy and his wife. Oh, you didn't even know, and you came there too. Oh my God, his name was like Kurt or something, or Curb. Guys, it was terrible. My son didn't have a crib. I literally had to set up a little teeny tiny box on the side of the bed next to me.
See, this is what we mean, guys. No kids at the age of 15 years old. Wait till you get grown, married, got some money, got your own house, got your own place, period.
Because
you know?
Who wants to tell a story about how they had to freaking have their child sleeping in a cardboard box on a freaking pillowcase and a pillow and not really even being able to afford anything for their child? Because I didn't believe in abortion. I didn't believe in adoption. I just wanted to take initiative for the mistakes that I made, and I wanted to do the best that I could to give my son the life that I could. So you know, this is all even prior to going to nursing school. This is even going a little bit deeper than we went last time that we talked to you guys. So how about you, before you got out of the streets and you ended up deciding, hey, I'm gonna move to Vegas and I'm gonna make a real career out of this? What
struck me is like I seen that it was a cap on where you can go where we from. You
We
know,
like to
you
call it
only
the
can go
poop
so way.
pile, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a poop pile.
The poop pile.
And only people that want to be able to
Exactly.
poop on everybody else don't try to exceed that cap. They just kind of stay under that poop cap level.
Yeah, you only can get to a certain, level, and then, it's like you'll fall right back down.
Some people want to go farther.
Yeah.
Some people like to stay comfortable. Some people like to stay right up under it.
Yeah, so I just seen more for myself. So I start venturing off solo by myself. I'm lonely by myself. I'm just venturing off to different cities, traveling, moving here, living here, moving here, moving here, moving. Just believing in myself, believing in my talent, believing in my skill, believing in my dream.
Even though you didn't even have any reason to, or
Exactly.
even like any idea what you were gonna do.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, Marco, don't leave, or Marco, how could you think like that? I just believed in myself from the beginning, and it was a tough thing. It was more mind over matter, it was mind over matter. So I just made a lot of decisions, and a lot of different doors opened up for me, with boxing, and just meeting new people and different relationships with different people in different cities and different states, knowing people. So my advice to give to you guys, if you are persevere, just persevere through anything, and gain relationships with people, have resources. It helps out in the long run.
And don't ever try to see what you can get from someone else that has more than you. Try to see what you can learn from someone that has more than you.
Learning
what
is the
knowledge
key.
Can you gain from being around that person? Because there's only so much. People can sniff out a leech from a mile away.
Exactly.
Okay, you don't want to be a leech, and that's not how you want to base your wealth or anything you're doing in life, your education, nothing. You want to be able to take the best out of the people that you do know and the relationships that you do make.
Exactly. So yeah, that is exactly what I did. I took the best out of the relationships that I had and that I still have with people till this day. From years and years, for over 11 years ago, I still have relationships with people that I know for all this time, and that I've made connections with. They helped me get through a lot, through a lot of turmoil, a lot of mental things, mental blocks that I had from decisions that I had made in my city to help me get over the hump of things,
There's something about being around people that are where you want to be that allows you to visualize it for yourself and realize that it's a reality.
Yeah.
So I think one thing we can both encourage people to do is to get around people that you aspire to be like as quickly as you can, because the quicker that you're around it, the more you understand that it's a reality for you.
And it opens your eyes more.
Yeah, because the more you wait around and you stick around people that aren't where you want to be, the more you're going to stay in that same exact playing field with them, and you're never going to accelerate. And this isn't just about wealth or finances. This is about just mentality, period.
Yes, it's a mental thing. It's all about getting over that mental block. It's mental strength. Mental health is everything.
Yeah.
If you got anything mental, you can conquer it. You can do it.
Yeah, you just have to really be able to believe that you can achieve something, and just have the faith in yourself that anything is possible, and just never give up on that. You can never give up on yourself.
And that's what we did, basically. Even though the things that we went through, having kids at 15 years old, she was in her lane doing the same thing or believing in herself in the same way I was in my lane believing, and we didn't even really was even affiliated with each other at all, but we end up boom, and then boom, and now we see the vision.
Somewhere along the line, I realized my worth. Even though it took me years, and even up to now, I still have work on understanding my full potential, because I really believe there's so much more that can be unlocked in our lives. It was just little baby steps of understanding who I am, what I'm worth, what I'm not gonna put up for or with anymore.
And how I know I figured out my worth. I don't know about you, but I figured out my worth is basically through a lot of failed relationships with people. Not even with women, just with people in general, but a lot, mainly with women, You
can tell when you outgrow people.
Yeah, when you outgrow and stuff like that, and you I don't see myself being with her 30 more years in my life. You know, like
Yeah.
you know. So
Or
it's just
I
like
can't see myself being friends with this person any
Or,
longer
yeah,
because
exactly.
They're just like, our conversations have totally changed.
Totally
in
changed,
shifting
yeah.
Years. Like, I'm talking about how I can build this and where I want to see me and my family in 5 years, and you're talking about something that has nothing to do
Exactly.
or align with my character at all. So.
Yeah. And it ain't that you better than anybody.
No.
People just grow apart. Some people is there for a reason. Some people is there for a season. And some people is there for life. You did?
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I
So
feel.
it's three ways on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Life, reason, or season.
Yep.
You learn in each one of those.
Exactly.
So, but back to the subject on, the deep thing, being deep. Really, man, how I make it and how I made it. I came to Vegas after I left Florida I was there in Florida for about almost a year.
But tell them how it was when you first moved here to Vegas.
Oh, how it was?
It wasn't always like
man.
this.
No, not at all, man. It was not like this, guys. I was dolo solo, man. Wifey wasn't even together. I knew Brooke, of course. I knew Brooke, but
we met each other whenever
we
my
wasn't
baby was
even
sleeping in a
talking.
box.
Yeah, we met when Braylon was a baby.
9 months, yeah.
Yeah, when Braylon was a baby, and but we hooked back up years and years later.
Yeah, like 6, 7.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But I was out here in Vegas by myself, and man, I had a dream. It was all a dream. Nothing but a dream. And if it wasn't for that dream, we wouldn't be where we at. But
And
here
it
in
was
Vegas,
so much
dolo
bigger
solo,
than you
and yeah, so much bigger than what I can even
like
imagine
if you
now.
wouldn't have made this choice to come to Vegas, pretty much homeless,
Yes.
nobody in our family's lives would have
Yes.
changed. My life wouldn't have changed.
Yes, I wasn't homeless, but I had somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't home, y'all. It wasn't real home.
Yes.
Because it was terrible. It was terrible. It was in the gutter where meth heads, crack heads, heroin heads,
people were getting shot,
people
and
getting
killed right
shot,
outside your window.
killed. It was crazy, man. So, I just believed in myself. I stayed out the way, stayed ducked and tucked.
Let me tell you something.
To the gym and back. To the gym and back. I ain't affiliated with nobody but the people that I was affiliated with at the gym. But other than that, I was nowhere near none of that because I didn't want to get myself caught up in anything,
Yeah.
But I'm dolo solo out here in Vegas by myself, and I have no help, nobody.
But people want to know why, a lot of people see the aesthetic and they see what our life is now, but people don't realize that me and Marco were both together when we had nothing.
Nothing.
We built everything that we have together.
Yep.
It's never been I just walked into this relationship with this professional boxer and he's rich and my life has changed forever and I'm so excited that I'm just like this boxing wife now. That's what a lot of people think, and I understand from the outside looking in that's probably how it looks because we say I'm a nurse, he's a professional boxer, you guys see our luxurious home, you see that we take care of ourselves and our kids. No, I was with Marco when he was living like that,
y'all.
when he was down, when
was
he
from
wasn't
the
even
ground
fighting,
up,
whenever he was really working hard and I just believed in him. I married him like that.
Yep.
I married him because I believed in him as much as he believed in himself. I didn't marry him because I was like, oh my gosh, he has so much money, I'm gonna be taken care of for life. It was like, no, I'm ready to be next to this man, come out here, I want to change my life, I want his life to change, and I want to see a difference for both of us. And I believe in this man enough to move my whole life.
Yep, she
After
did.
only 7 months of dating,
She did.
we got married, we eloped in a garden in Ohio, and I moved the next day. Me, him, and Braylon.
Yep, and it was just Braylon
And we didn't even have a house to come to when we
Nothing.
moved. We didn't even have me a job.
Nothing.
We didn't have any fights lined up.
Nothing.
Y'all, when I tell you, because we stepped out on faith and we moved to
and
Las
we believed
Vegas,
in ourselves.
we stayed in a hotel for 5 days. At the end of that 5 days, we already had keys to our first condo. I already had a job. My salary was raised $20,000 a year just from moving from Ohio to Vegas. We were and I only had to work 3 days a week. 4 days by myself with my family and my husband, like, and then
So
every other day me and him were at the gym. I was there supporting him while he was boxing and training, looking for a fight, trying to find someone that will believe in him and put some effort behind him, promoters and managers and this and that. Like, we hustled for this. This is not like just
from
something
the ground
that came out of nowhere.
From the ground up, y'all. She was there from the beginning. You know, that's why she reaping all the benefits of everything that we got going on. You dig? So she reaping everything, you know, and it's a blessing, you know, to really like build something with somebody, you know, and you know it's nothing but God playing a big hand on that.
Yeah.
You know.
God definitely had his hands on our life.
And it's a blessing, you know. So she ain't come in with it. I ain't come in with it. We build it up together.
No, and of course you say, oh, he's a boxer, she's a nurse, but we didn't have much. We were living like regular average people, you know, like, and sure, that's fine if that's how we were gonna live for the rest of our lives, but God had different plans. He gave us different vision. He put us around different people that were doing much better than us, which I always suggest you do. Hang around with people that are where you want to be, not where you are. Don't hang around people that are doing bad in the places that you want to like hang out with people where you are and where you want to go.
Exactly.
I can't stress that enough. The sooner that you prioritize that in your life, the faster you will excel and shoot to the top. Exactly. It's like a straight shortcut. But not everyone is capable of cutting ties with things that are not for them.
Exactly.
A lot of people have a hard time cutting ties with things that aren't for them. But we didn't. We didn't have a hard time with that.
I always like I said, we was always different from the first video, from part 1. We was always different. Like, I thought of myself as greatness, a king, you know, and I always wanted my woman to be my wife, my future wife to be a queen, you know. That's how I visioned everything in my life. Everything I visioned is happening. You know, everything I visioned, all of this is happening.
Yeah, but I would have never thought that it would take what it took to get here.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work.
I always expected it and thought that that's what it was going to be, but I never realized how much sacrifice we would have to really do.
Yeah, a lot of sacrifice. Because if it ain't no sacrifices, it ain't worth it, right?
It's not. Nothing worth having comes easy, I'll tell you that. Look at this.
Yeah, he's about to get in trouble, guys. Because I hear him running and jumping upstairs. And if he keep running and jumping upstairs, he's going to get in trouble.
Oh my goodness. Man. They've been literally upstairs.
Can I go upstairs?
I just want to watch the video with you.
Oh, you want to come here then?
Come say hi to the Beverly Hall family.
Oh, here you go, pulling your little chair. Don't gotta do that. Come sit right here.
Come sit on our lap. Come here.
Come here, my fur ball.
Cannon came into the
Cannon
picture.
came here. Cannon came in
2015.
No, 16.
16 he was born. 15 we found out we were pregnant with him a year after we were married, so we got to enjoy like a year of our life without 2 kids.
We ain't even get a honeymoon.
Look at my tooth.
A wedding. Oh.
What about your
What's
tooth?
What's going on with your tooth?
Braylon's tooth is got blood and I ain't taking it off.
Nuh-uh. Braylon just pulled a tooth out? Oh my goodness. We gotta look and see.
Okay, Cannon.
So yeah.
Are you alright, Cannon? Is your teeth alright? Don't worry about your teeth.
So pretty much we came from humble beginnings.
Yeah, so man, it's just, you know, we built up from the ground up, man. Ain't nothing like building something with solid bricks, man. When you got them solid bricks as your foundation, you can make anything move.
When you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Yeah. Absolutely anything is possible.
And Cannon love coming in, breaking the show up, don't he?
He loved to interrupt our
you
food
the
challenges.
Glue.
Yeah, he is. He glues
you
us
the glue.
together.
You the funky glue, huh?
Yes. He's
you a little funky glue.
It
Say what's up, Beverly Hall family.
What's up, Beverly Hall families?
Well, it looks like we are about out of time this time. We're going to have to come back again for a part 3 if you guys want it. You guys let us know in the comments if you want to hear more.
Yeah, part 3 because we got a lot more to dig in deep.
There's
you know,
so much,
to tell y'all stories about events and where we went and how things, just so much, y'all. It's so much.
Our route to success, period.
Yeah.
Like, there's
just a whole lot.
Like, and I say success because, like, we're, like, legit happy as a family.
Yeah,
we
success
have
means
so much peace
success
as a family.
don't means money, don't means cars, clothes, none of that status. Success means happy with your
Success
family
is
and
an
happy.
attitude. It's
Yes.
a lifestyle.
Yes.
It's so much more than just finance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we'd love to talk more about it with you guys. If you guys are interested, then make sure you give this video a like right now.
Like. We'll see you guys on the next one. Mark Cannon's acting up because he want to get beat up. And we're going to get back to y'all on part 3 soon. Peace. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Don't let them lie to you.
Black is beautiful.
They wanna take your soul.
Black is beautiful.